All right. We'll go ahead and get started. Make sure you have some nice relaxing music. Get nice and cozy. If you have a sweater, maybe put some socks on since it's nice and chilly today. But whenever you're ready, go ahead and start to lay out onto your back. And just start to settle in here today. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe bring your feet nice and wide. And just really feel heavy on the ground. Start to take notice of your breath. Maybe start to inhale through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Again, maybe just getting comfortable, building some heat in your body, but taking those nice, deep, slow breaths in and out through the nose. Maybe feel the stomach rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. And then again, just start to be in your body. Feel if you're holding on to any tension, maybe in your hands, in your feet. Maybe wiggle them a little bit. And then let them sink in a little deeper. As we move into our practice today, let's set an intention. Your intention can be whatever you'd like it to be. Maybe today it's just letting go of change, being in the moment. As it gets colder, as we move into fall, just going with the flow and being present really to just see how things change and be open to the new experiences. Whatever your intention might be today, take a deep breath in through your nose, the deepest breath you've taken all day. And then open mouth exhale. Send that intention out into the space. Do that one more time. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Even deeper than the last breath in. And then open mouth exhale. On your next inhale, start to reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice long full body stretch, reaching out through your fingers and toes. Keep your arms and legs extended and maybe grab your left wrist. And slowly start to bring your arms and your upper body to the right side of your mat. If you walk your feet over to the right side of your mat as well, and start to feel a nice long stretch through the left side of your body. Take a few deep breaths in and out here. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to bring your hands back to center. Switch wrists, grab the right wrist, and start to walk your hands and your feet to the left side of your mat. This time, feeling that stretch through the right side body. Feel that length. And try to breathe into your right side. Through your side body, through the hips, maybe up towards the shoulder and arm as well. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to come back to center. And maybe start to tuck your knees into your chest. Maybe bring your hands around your shins or behind your thighs. And start to roll forward and back a few times along your spine. And eventually work your way up to seated. As you get there, just come into a comfortable seat. Maybe cross your legs, whatever feels right. And then slowly start to roll your shoulders forward. Bring them up to your ears and then let them drop forward towards the ground. Take a few big rolls. And then as you finish there, switch directions. Bring them up to your ears and then backwards. Pulling your shoulder blades down your back. After a couple big rolls, let them relax down the back. and your eyes blink shut. Stack the shoulders over the hips and try to relax a little bit more here. From here, let your left ear drop down to your left shoulder. Maybe let your right hand drop out to the side and start to find some length through the right side of the neck. You can bring that hand up to the side of the head if you'd like. Maybe give it a little extra. Really try to extend those fingertips out long and feel length from your fingers up through the arms and shoulder, into the neck, and out the crown of the head. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, release your hands. And let your chin roll down to your chest. And switch sides. Bringing your right ear up to your right shoulder. Extending the left fingertips out long. Maybe bringing that right hand up to add a little extra resistance here. Find that length through your fingertips. Again, feeling that stretch, fingertips, arm, shoulder, neck, and up through the head. Breathe into that stretch. Feel that length. Take another breath in here. And then as you exhale, let your chin slowly roll down to your chest. This time, just let your head hang heavy. Maybe give it a little shake, no, and yes. You can interlock your fingers if you'd like and bring them to the base of your skull. Maybe let your elbows hang heavy. Find that length through the back of your neck, through your upper back and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, your hands relax. Start to lift your chin up and let your head fall backwards, lifting your chin up towards the ceiling. Maybe bring a hand or two to the bony part of your chin and find length through the front of your neck. Let the shoulders relax. Take another breath in. Keep your head tilted back and let your hands relax. Slowly let your left ear start to drop down to your left shoulder. And then let your chin roll down to the chest. Right ear up to right shoulder. And then take another big circle in that direction. Slowly rolling through. As you work your way back around, switch directions. Let the right ear drop first. Chin, left ear, and then another big circle in that direction. As you work your way all the way back around, slowly start to work your way over into a tabletop position. Come into just whatever feels good to start. Maybe start to sway the hips side to side, shift forward and backward. Just start to bring some weight and movement into your body, into your joints. Maybe notice any areas of tension or tightness. And just start to be mindful of those areas. Thinking about whatever modifications or adjustments you might need to make through your practice today. And whenever you're ready, start to stack your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. On an inhale, come to cow. Arch the back, lift the head. And on an exhale, tuck to cat. Tuck the tailbone under, round the spine. Press the hands into the ground. Inhale, cow. Lift, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, cat. Move with your own breath here. Inhaling to cow and exhaling to cat. Try to exaggerate that flexion and extension through your spine. Think of your tailbone initiating each movement, and then each vertebrae slowly following all the way up your spine, with your head being the last thing to lift and lower. Take one more inhale and exhale here. And then as you finish your round of breath, come to your tabletop. Bring your big toes together and your knees just as wide as comfortable. Set your hips back into a child's pose. Maybe extend your hands out forward and bring your forehead to the mat. Take whatever little adjustments you need to. Relax the shoulders out of the ears a little bit. Maybe sway the hips to let them sink a little deeper towards your heels. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper into that stretch. If this feels good, you can stay here. You can try to change your arms as well. You could bring your hands around towards your heels. Maybe give your low back even more of a stretch. And maybe if you want a little more shoulder or upper body stretch, you bring your hands together. Keep your elbows on the ground and start to bring them towards your head, towards your back. Just to whatever feels best. Play around with it. Maybe try one, try another. Find what feels right to you in this moment. Wherever you're at, start to bring your hands back around forward, extending out in front of you. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, and slowly start to work your way back up to your tabletop position. Bring your knees back under your hips. And on an inhale, slowly start to bring your shoulders to the right, and then back towards your hips. And then on an exhale, shift to the left, bringing your shoulders forward. Inhale, make a circle to the right and back. Exhale, forward. Keep moving with your breath here. Make your circles as big or as small as you like. Your hips can drop all the way towards your heels, or you can just make little circles around. Whatever feels good. Again, just start connecting your breath to that movement. Just really being mindful of your breath moving through your body. Whenever you're ready, switch directions. Inhaling back into the left. Exhaling forward into the right. Again, move at your own pace. Make those circles as big or as small as you like. Take another breath in and out here. As you finish, come back into your tabletop. From here, start to bring your right foot nice and wide, the outside edge of your mat. Stack your knee right over your ankle. You can stay here. You could shift your left leg back a little bit, maybe come a little deeper into the stretch on your hands, on the forearm, a blanket or something you could roll that underneath your forearms as well. Just kind of take a few moments to find what feels right, make those little adjustments. And then as you get there, settle in. Maybe shake your head, yes and no. Relax the shoulders a bit more. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, try to relax into the hips a little bit more. Feel that left hip Drop to the ground, maybe some length through the back of your right leg. Just try to let go of any tension you're holding on to and sink in. Take a big breath in, and if this feels good, you can stay here for a little bit longer, or you can come back up to your hands. Keep your left hand on the ground, and maybe bring your right hand to the inside of your thigh. You can stay here, or you can kind of come up to the edge of your right foot. Maybe twist open over your right shoulder. You can look at your knee, or maybe look up towards the ceiling, find that twist. Continue to breathe. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, start to straighten out, point your right knee back towards the front. And then slowly start to shift your hips back. Bring your right leg around. Maybe sway the hips side to side a couple times. Release that stretch. And then we'll switch sides. Bring your left foot nice and wide to the edge of the mat. Stack your knee over your ankle. Hands on the ground. Maybe shift your right leg back. You can stay here or work your way down. Again, take a few seconds to find what feels right. Make those little adjustments. Maybe this looks exactly like it did on the first side. Maybe it's a little different. Just kind of play around with it and be mindful of the differences or the similarities from one side to the other. Acknowledge those and then start to settle in. Maybe you start to feel that change through your body as you warm up, letting yourself sink a little deeper, get a little more relaxed. Whatever that might feel like, just noticing it, accepting it, and moving through it. Again, if this feels good, stay here. Maybe you come back up to your hands. And keep your right hand on the ground and bring your left hand to the inside of your left thigh. Maybe you come up to the edge of your left foot and gaze over your left shoulder, opening the hips. Breathe through. Feel where that tension is, that tightness, that stretch, and breathe into it. Breathe through it. Take another deep breath in and slowly start to square back to the front. Bring your hands to the ground. Shift back and bring your left foot around, swaying the hips to the sides. Take a breath in and out. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to that right leg forward. So bring it wide to the edge of your mat. And then maybe start to work it over to the left side, dropping into a pigeon. So you can drop your knee to the ground. As you get there, start to square your hips. So try not to lean too much into that right side. Your shin doesn't have to be parallel to the front of the mat. It can just be bent as much as feels good. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly start to release. If you need a little modification, you can always come to your back and put that same leg onto your left thigh if that feels better. You're in your half pigeon on the ground. Just start to relax a little bit more. Maybe drop your head to the ground or to your hands. Feel your shoulders relax. Make those little adjustments through your hips, through your legs. Again, try not to drop into that right side. Keep that left hip squaring to the ground and releasing. Feel that weight on your right leg. Feel that stretch and settle in. Take a deep breath in here. And start to work your way back up to your hands. And then start to drop down onto that right hip. And swing your left leg around front. Bring your right foot to the inside of your thigh. Take a deep breath in to reach your arms up overhead. Turn your torso towards your right knee. And then slowly start to drop down towards your left foot. Bring your hand to the inside of your foot. And reach that right arm long overhead. As you inhale, maybe start to twist your torso up towards the ceiling. Find length through your side body. And press your hips down into the ground. Feel a little more length through the low back, through the hips. On your next inhale, start to cartwheel your right arm up and plant it behind you. Work your way up onto your right knee. So stacking that hip over the knee, stack the shoulder over the wrist. Maybe extend your arm up towards the ceiling. You can extend it long towards the side wall. And then start to feel stretch through the other hip. Breathe. Maybe as you inhale, turn your chest towards the ceiling again. If this feels good, you can stay here. Maybe start to take some big circles with your arm, sweeping, rotating through the shoulder. And then maybe switch directions. Continue to breathe through. And then when you're ready, start to relax. Come back to your tabletop and we'll switch sides. So bring your left foot nice and wide. We'll come into that pigeon. Again, if you need a modification, go ahead and find your way to your back. Or walk your foot all the way over to the right side of your mat. Start to settle in here. Square the hips. Make those little adjustments. And then when you're ready, slowly start to work your way down onto the ground. Maybe relax your head onto the mat. Try not to sink into that left side. Square that right hip to the ground. And settle in. Again, as we switch sides, maybe notice those differences, those similarities from one side to the other. Is this side tighter? Is it looser? Can you sink a little deeper? Just be mindful of your body right now. Take another deep breath in. And then when you're ready, work your way back up to your hands. Start to sit down onto that left hip. You turn your right leg around. Extend your right leg and bring that left foot to the inside of the thigh. Inhale to reach the arms high again. This time turn towards your left knee. And then slowly start to drop. Bring your hand to the inside of your left foot. Reaching your left arm long. As you inhale again, maybe twist your torso up towards the ceiling. Find that length through the side of your body. Press your hip into the ground to feel that length. Breathe through. On your next inhale, start to cartwheel your left hand back behind you. And come up onto that left knee again. Hip, your knee under the hip, and then your wrist under your shoulder. Start to open your body up towards the ceiling. Hand can reach up or extend along towards the side wall. Feel that length through the right side this time. You can stay right here. Take those big circles with your arm. Inhaling down. Exhaling as you reach overhead. Maybe switch directions. And as you finish, start to relax. And we'll work our way onto the back. So when you're ready, swing your feet around. Give yourself enough room to lay all the way down onto your back. As you get there, bring your knees into your chest. You can grab around your shins. Maybe you grab behind your thighs. You can grab your ankles or feet for happy baby. Bring your knees wide to the outside of your rib cage. Try to press your tailbone down to the ground. Find that length through your spine. You can stay here. You can shift side to side if that feels good. You could extend each leg, maybe both legs, whatever feels right. Just take a few moments here as we get to the end of practice to do whatever your body feels like it needs. Get into whatever pose you need to finish off, whatever stretch. Maybe just take a few big deep breaths. Wherever you're at, start to release and bring your knees into your chest. This time, hug yourself into a little ball. Bring your knees into your forehead. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, relax out into a final resting pose. Maybe extend both legs out long, hands by your side. You could come into a reclined butterfly with your feet together and your knees wide. Maybe your hands are across your hips. Maybe they're overhead. Whatever feels right. As you take those final last adjustments and settle in, feel your breathing start to slow down. Maybe feel your heartbeat. And with each deep inhale and exhale, feel that slow down as well. Let yourself sink into your mat. Maybe just do a little mental check of your body, starting out at your fingers and toes. Feel them get a little heavier. Feel a little more relaxed. Then let that feeling move up into your hands and feet, into the forearms and calves, upper arm, upper leg. And feel all four limbs let go, release. Normalize your breath as the hips and the shoulders sink a little deeper. Unclench the jaw and smooth out between the eyebrows. Feel your face, and then just your whole body melt into the mat. Let it all go. If you're ready to start coming back, invite some movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Drop your head from side to side. And eventually reach the arms up. Extend for a full body stretch. And then as you exhale, roll onto either side and curl up into a little ball. Take a moment in this position of rebirth just to take whatever you need from your practice today. Maybe it's stillness, maybe it's deep breathing, relaxation, and find a way to bring it forward into the rest of your day. Taking those times for yourself whenever you need to, just to check back in and be mindful of where you're at and what you need. Whenever you're ready, start to press your way out into a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. And then on an inhale, bring your hands up to the space between your eyebrows. The light and teacher in me sees and honors the light and teacher in each of you. Bowing forward, we'll seal our practice. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Have a good rest of your day and week. Bye.